I'm Taylor Farrell, and this is my reflection video for chapter 5 and 6. So first I want to start with Piguet's theory of infant development. He talks about schemes in this, and what he did with the schemes is this really helped him emphasize like showing mental representation and things of that nature. This includes assimilation, accommodation, organization, and equilibration. Another thing about that is disequilibrium is like a conflict for like cognitive things. And a lot of people say that Piguet was not like specific on how this really helped an infant develop, really. It just wasn't specific enough for everybody to understand. And then when in chapter 5 it talks about the sensory motor substages. You have simple reflexes, first habits, and primarily circular reactions. You have secondary circular reactions, coordination of secondary circular reactions, territory circular reactions, I think I'm saying that right, with novelty and curiosity. And then you have the internalization of schemes. And going along with that comes with learning, attention, memory, and imitation. And another word for learning would be like conditioning and things like that. And they talk about joint attention, they talk about illicit memory, explicit memory, and deferred imitation, if I'm saying that right. And then moving on into chapter 6, when it's talking about the socio-emotional development of an infant, it talks about the emotional and personality development. And chapter 6 defines emotions as a feeling or effect that occurs when a person is in like a state or interaction that's important to them. This plays a big role for infants for communication and behavior and learning how to develop these type of emotions and interact with everybody else while having these emotions. Chapter 6 talks about early emotions, primary emotions, and then self-conscious emotions. You have where it talks about like the types of cries that babies have, the basic cry, where I think it says it talks about a certain rhythmic pattern that the basic cry has. And then the angry cry is like a variation of the basic cry. And then you have the pain cry, and also you have the types of attachment that a baby has coming with these emotions: the securely attached, the insecure avoidant, the insecure resistant, and the insecure disorganized. And it also talks about social orientation, or social referencing, where it speaks about how these infants are learning how to read people's emotions and pick up on emotional cues. So that is what I picked up from chapter 6 and chapter 5.